Here's the truth about parenting. Most of us have no clue what we're doing, but we are experts at making stuff up as we go. So if you ever feel like you suck at raising those little humans, welcome to the club. Every week, I'm talking to some of the most raw, hysterical, and fearless kid raisers I know. Because the truth is, we're all just winging it. Welcome to Parenting on the Fly. Jeanette Fotis is a comedic actor, improviser, and nerd mom extraordinaire who helps business folk make money using principles of improv. In her other mundane job titles, she's also an early childhood education teacher, coaches little actors to be in the moment, sells Girl Scout cookies, knits whimsical accessories, and exercises extroversion to counter a very introverted theater professor husband. They do exist. She hails from Chicago and now lives near Reading, Pennsylvania, where she is parents to 3 Fotikids. Miss Jeanette, thank you for coming on the show today.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Hello. I'm so excited.
Me too.
I'm excited because you're my first guest that I don't really know. So we're going to be getting to know each other through this whole process.
Although I feel like I already know you a little bit. So.
Well, that's not fair. So I need to get to know you now.
All right. Yeah, I just have to get a podcast so you can listen to that.
Weekly, I want to listen to it. I want to learn all about you. All right, so if this is your first time listening to the show, we do a little thing at the top of the show where we play a little word tennis. So I'm going to come up with a random word, and Jeanette and I are going to try to go back and forth. And the goal, our aim, is to get back to parenting somehow, some way.
We can do it.
I think we can do it. I think we can do it. So I'm going to try to pick the most obscure word that has nothing to do with parenting.
Oh no.
And see if we can walk backwards.
Nope, we can do it.
All right. And our word is trumpet.
Band practice.
Nerds.
School.
Fights.
Arguing.
Court.
Lawyers.
Your face is priceless right now, by the way.
Good thing they can't see my face.
No, you guys can't see it, but she is making some finky faces. You said
gotta get out of my head. Yeah,
you said lawyer, right?
Lawyer.
Okay.
Lawyers.
Case.
Jar.
Canning.
Jelly.
Strawberries.
Orchard.
Apple picking.
Fall.
Pumpkin spice. Sorry.
Lattes.
Soccer moms.
Parenting. Mind meld. Complete.
We did it. We did it.
Yeah. We might have even been able to do it even sooner. I mean,
we probably could have. I think we could have stopped at like school.
Like okay,
parenting done. That would have been too easy. And
school, yes, please. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. That was great. Okay, so now it's time for you guys to get to know a little bit about Jeanette, because she is going to give us a little bit of a monologue. I'm going to give her a one-word suggestion, and a monologue that is true and completely accurate and not made up at all, but the story is now made up on the spot. So, Jeanette, your word is clash.
Clash.
Take a moment to think.
Wow. What a good word. All right. I gotta think of something that's also going to be long enough to talk about clashing, but the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of clash is being able to dress yourself. That sounds weird. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm always teaching whether it's in parenting or in school. But my daughter, she has a fashion sense already. She's only 6. She has always had a fashion sense, and I think most people think this about their kids anyways, but she still, though, sometimes, like, she thinks things go that don't go. They don't go. And I'm not really a type A person at all, but for some reason, like, I have trouble letting my kids not match. In any case, I'm having trouble letting them, I guess I want them to be so independent, and I also want them to be controlled. Like, I can't.
And that is the juxtaposition we have as parents.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to control everything, but still, please be free to do whatever you want, but not anything you want.
You don't want to match. Cool. Don't match. But actually it's kind of essential that someday in the real world that you do match, depending on what you become, I guess, maybe. But
it's true. I think we can do a scene off of this. I think we can.
Do you think so? I don't know.
We can make it work. I got some.
You got some. You got an initiation.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Well, Barbara, thank you so much for coming in for this interview today. Your resume looks outstanding. So,
thank you.
So sit right down.
Okay.
I just want to say before we get started, your outfit choice is bold.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's one of my favorites. It says a lot about me.
Does it?
Definitely. I don't know if you had a chance to check out my earrings, but you should.
I see them. You actually have a pineapple, and it looks like is that a dog bone on the other side?
It is. Sure. Yes, because I always want to let people know when I'm interviewing with them that I am not going to pick a bone with you at all about the rules and regulations for your company. I find that very important. I don't take policies lightly. I think they are made to be upheld, not to be broken. And the pineapple is for hospitality, because I always want people to know that they are welcome in my office, and also that an office is like a second family, work family and family.
Wow. Well, here at Chili's, those things are really important. I'm not sure you'll actually have an office because, this is a wait staff position. So,
right.
The office doesn't really come into play, but I appreciate the fact that
your office is my office, right?
No, this is my office, but I appreciate the fact that, you're willing to play and you want to, get in there and abide by the rules. I really appreciate that. We need team players here. We do here at Chili's.
I am such a team player. I mean, I just want you to know, I also brought my dog, because that's also the dog bone meaning. My dog is so friendly. I can't go anywhere without her. Because she has horrible separation anxiety. So I hope it wouldn't be a problem if I got this position that she came with me to work.
That might be a little bit of a problem. We are a restaurant and we do serve food here, so having an animal on the premises might not really work for our patrons. But you know what? Let's look over your resume and let's see what you have on here. So it says you spent a year and a half on a cruise ship.
I did. I certainly did.
Tell me about that.
Well, I spent a lot of time performing my one-woman show there. And everything I do, I mean, I love to have bold costumes. I love to express myself through art. And I feel like that's something that is important for you to know, because I can relate to all of our customers. I mean, I can sing their orders for them if you need me to.
Oh, no, we won't need you to do that. I just need to know that you can take orders properly, be welcoming and hospitable to our patrons, and get things out on time, because we are a chain restaurant and we have to follow corporate guidelines, so we really need to stick to that. Okay,
well, I'm
so
super great at memorizing lines, so I'm sure
okay.
I could take orders from
great.
memory.
So I'm just gonna let you know that I asked you to come today dressed in your work attire, because I wanted to see how well you'd fit in with the Chili's system here. And I just have a little bit of a question. So we talked about the earrings, which are great.
Sure, right. Center of this piece.
Yeah,
really.
Absolutely. Can you tell me why you are wearing a tiny bow tie? Because bow ties aren't really part of the culture here.
Well, I am someone who loves to always wear a piece of conversation. So I was just thinking that it would actually create some conversation. Some people think of all the different people in history who have worn bow ties. I think that's really interesting. And there might be some customers who just see that as something like, yeah, I can relate to this waitress.
Okay, and the tiny bangle on your wrist that has baby heads on it, I believe that is that tiny little baby heads? Is that what that is?
I collect those. Those are tiny baby heads.
Interesting.
I collect those to represent all of the young children I have watched in the past.
Are these children alive?
Yes, all of them are doing so well and thriving in their worlds because of my influence.
Wow.
And
okay.
So I love to just look at that bracelet or bangle, as you put it. Good word. I love to look at that and just think about how inspired I am at the future.
Wow.
And what they're going to be. I mean, they might walk in my footsteps someday. Who knows?
They very well could. Okay, I'm sorry. It's really been distracting me. I just have to ask, do you always wear the shell bra cups like your Ariel from The Little Mermaid?
I only wear that on Wednesdays, which happens to be today. So actually, I mean, that's also a special treat. I know it doesn't always go with bow tie, not always. I try. But it's just something that I love. And actually it's kind of reminds me of my old performance days. So
I see. All right. Well, Barbara, thank you so much for coming in today. It was really a pleasure having you. You can stand up and walk out now. But I will definitely keep your file, your resume on file, and maybe we can.
Sure. I hope that you'll contact me if you should need anyone else for staff. For entertainment purposes or anything like that. I mean, I feel a real chemistry between us, really.
Are you wearing penguin feet?
Yes, those help me drive properly.
And edit.
Okay.
Oh, Barbara.
Barbara got it all wrong.
Style.
Some style. Just a little.
Oh,
baby head bangle.
I don't even know. I was literally trying to think of the weirdest shit anybody could ever wear
to an interview. Horrible. I should have been like, why? Why don't you love it?
Oh man.
What are you writing down? What are you writing down about me?
You know what? I am someone who can pride themselves on being a very good interviewer usually, but I know that the interviews that I've been on where I bombed, it was very, very obvious.
You can't always you can't pull yourself back out. It's like it just totally, what do you call that?
The spiral?
Yes, it just snowballs into
yes.
Horrible. Or like when I think about, I was such a horrible employee when I was much younger.
You know, being a parent and getting your kids to be open, and I'm sure your students to be open about life in general, but just being open to the possibilities. You need to tell your dog not to come to
I know.
interviews.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's so great. It was
She's
perfect.
a little Cocker Spaniel puppy. I was like, oh shoot, should I justify that? Should I not?
No, you did. It was perfect. It was perfect. Hi, puppy.
Yikes.
But yeah, so kids can really, obviously, as you know from doing this, kids benefit immensely from being open. I mean, kids are already pretty open to things, except for like new food sometimes. But you can use that too. Real. Be like, listen, just try it. Try it. It might be amazing. It might be terrible.
Yeah. It just give it a try. Just try it. This is the first weeks of preschool that I'm, they're all new to everything. Mm-hmm. And so we're really like, everything is like, it's cool. Don't worry. You don't have to like everything. You just have to know that it's there and try it.
Right. Because you might love it. I love it when my kids are like, I'm like, oh, try this, whatever food item it is. And they're like, I don't like that. I'm like, you've literally never put it in your mouth before.
You don't even know what it looks like. You don't even know what it looks like.
No, you don't even know what it is. Like, I just said a word to you, and you automatically you're putting
it's because I want you to do it that you don't want to do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mostly it. I have to make them think things are their idea.
Oh, that's a good tactic.
Actually, my dad is still like that too, and he's 73. So my dad, like, we always have to do it
with him.
Yeah, my dad. We have to tell him, like, we have to like get him to think it was his idea.
That's also good for husbands too. Just saying.
Right. Just saying. Or maybe my husband could be doing that to me. I don't even know.
Ooh.
I would fall for it for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yeah, thank you for telling me I had a great idea. It's fine. Who cares? It's fine. Are we all happy? It's great.
It's great. What matters at the end of the day. Know. And usually if mom's happy, everybody's happy. That's the rule, right?
Yeah. And that should be the rule. I mean, going to rehearsal makes me happy. My kids have been giving me trouble about that lately, though.
Shut it
they
down.
They don't give me trouble leaving the house, but like, they just make me feel, they're trying to guilt trip. They're trying to be like, oh, we miss you, or I want to snuggle you. I'm like, okay, I'm here now, so snuggle me while I'm here. Like, what can I tell you? Yeah. So, or I tell them, do you like going to the movies? Do you like doing XIC? Do you like
having money?
Do you like it when I get to say yes to something when we're in Target?
Yeah, I like it.
Then you need to let me. You need to let me go do these things. But yeah, me too. So we try to always be like, well, sorry. I mean, this is the season of life that we're in right now, is that harsh reality of, well, you're in charge of your choices. Try to make good ones. Right. And in order to do some of the things we all want to do, we want to choose to do them. We have to also choose to work for money. So,
yes.
just telling you all.
You will have far more options if you have money. So yeah.
Well,
I think it's harder to justify to your kids when you're not doing things for money. So during the summer here, I live near a college named Bard College, and they have this thing for the whole month of July and August, where it's every weekend. They have this thing called Spiegel Tent, and Spiegel Tent is this traveling tent where they have performances and comics and shows.
Oh, cool.
And then there's dancing at night for like 2.5 hours. It's literally like from like 10 to 12:30. It's not long at all. but that is my shit. Like that is my thing. Like I cannot wait for summer to come
that
around.
Is my shit.
It is my shit. It is my thing. I will dance anywhere, anytime. So the fact that they have this every weekend, it's so fun. So my kids know, like summer rolls around, mommy's going to speak.
That's late for a mom, right?
It is late. And they're usually like watching, because it's summer. So they're usually like watching TV or something as I'm leaving. And they're like, oh, you're going again? I'm like, yes, I'm going again. I was like, don't you like to go play hockey with your friends? Don't you like to go to the movies? Don't you like to do fun things? Why can't I have fun? Damn it.
You can. I literally told a whole 14 3-year-olds yesterday. We were reading a story during our circle time. We were reading a story about, I don't know, it was called no hitting or something like that. And this kid was about to hit his mom in the story, and I was like, look at her face. I was like, she looks sad. I was like, moms have feelings too.
Yes, we do.
They're like people. 3, but I was like, your moms are all gonna, in my head I was like, your moms are gonna appreciate that I'm telling you this mom has feelings. I think I say that probably at least once a week to my own children. I'm like, I'm a person.
My life matters too. God damn
it. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I say it all the time.
So they need to know that for sure. So you have 3 kids. Tell me their ages and names, please.
So I have 3 children. Nils is the oldest. He's 9 and a half-ish. And Hank is my middle, and he is going to be 8 in December, so 7 and 3/4 maybe.
7 and change.
Yeah, 7 and change. And then my daughter just turned 6 at the end of May, and her name is Malin. We call her May for short, unless she corrects us, in which case we call her Malin. Sometimes she corrects us, sometimes she doesn't.
See, I think Malin's the one that I want to have the conversation with today, because she sounds the most feisty and interesting.
She is.
So, I would love to interview Miss Malin, because I'm always down with feisty women and girls, because I think it's an important quality to have. Okay. So Malin, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm really excited to have you here, because I think your mom has told me so much about you, but I want to ask you a couple of questions. Is that cool?
Okay, sure.
Great. So, tell me something that makes you really, really happy.
Well, mostly my dog Wrigley makes me pretty happy, but I also have some friends at school that make me happy. Oh, and I also love chocolate syrup on my waffles. Oh. And if we have whipped cream, anything on anything, whipped cream on anything.
Okay, whipped cream on anything. That whipped cream is really good. So I don't blame you for that one. All right,
it's so delicious. You could put it on anything.
So what's the craziest thing you've put whipped cream on?
Well, mostly I put it on ice cream or waffles, but I have put it maybe on some fruit, or I've put it on cereal one time.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Just one time I put
Did your mom let you do that?
I think so. I think it was probably she was just on her phone or drinking coffee or something. And so maybe I asked her and she was a little bit busy. So
right. So she was distracted.
So I tried it. Yeah, she was extracted.
Yes. Extracted is yeah.
Or extracted. Yeah, she was extracted.
So how old are you, Malin?
I'm 6.
I gotcha. What does your daddy do for work?
Mostly, he talks to students, and he works at work.
Right.
He works at work.
Yeah.
And sometimes they put on plays, and we have to go and see them. And sometimes they're so funny, and sometimes they're mostly boring.
So mostly they're boring then.
Yeah, except for when it's for kids or something, and there might be a song or something. And there was this one time there was a play with the chipmunks was my favorite, and there was the chipmunks in it named Maple Cheeks, everybody calling her a squirrel, except for she was not a squirrel. So she would always tell them, I'm a chipmunk. And that was like my favorite one, I think.
That sounds
She was
really
also
fun.
allergic to acorns. She was allergic to acorns, but she's a chipmunk. And so
oh my gosh.
they had to help her not have acorns. That one was not boring.
That sounds really cool. So that makes me think of, what is your favorite movie?
I think my favorite movie right now is probably Sing.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like to sing, but I don't like people to catch me singing. I like to sing like mostly to myself, but we're in the car.
Mm-hmm.
But if people see me singing, I mostly stop singing.
So do you like the movie Frozen? Because my daughter is obsessed with Frozen right now.
I like the movie Frozen, and I had an Elsa backpack, but then I'm like kind of like just like the movie, but I don't like Frozen things all the time because I really wanted another backpack. And so I talked my mom and dad into getting me a different backpack, but they said that I could not have characters on it because it has to last longer than my Elsa backpack lasted me because I grew out of my Elsa backpack. But it really wasn't too small on me. I just don't like Elsa that much anymore to have her on my backpack. But I like to sing to Frozen and watch the movie Frozen.
Understood. What is the most annoying thing your brothers do? Because I know brothers can be very annoying.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes when they talk, they'll say like, duh, after they say what they're saying, which is not very nice or polite. And so, but when I say it to them, they get mad. Or sometimes my mom will hear me say it and she'll tell me not to say it anymore. And I'm thinking, well, they said it, so how come I shouldn't say it? So I get annoyed when they get me in trouble. And I also get annoyed when they interrupt me and my thought. They interrupt me all the time, and then I can't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, that is annoying. What's something that your mom always says to you?
What does mom always say to me? That's a good one. She says sometimes, mostly she says, guys, there are way too many shoes out. Why are there so many shoes? You have too many shoes out. Put at least 1 or 2 pairs away. But also, she and I always, at bedtime, we do I love you signs. We do a heart sign, and then we have to do a half heart sign where I have one half the heart, she has the other half the heart.
Gotcha.
And then, so then we put our half hearts together to make one whole heart.
That's so cute.
So we have to do that. So yeah, I guess mostly she just says like, pick up your shoes and then get to bed.
All right. Well, Malin, thank you so much for being on the show today. I have one more question for you though. I want to know, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, when I grow up, I think I'll mostly like, I might be a mom maybe, but I have to find someone I really love first. And then I think I might like be a veterinarian or something because I always bring home animal books from the library day. And I just read about Shetland ponies, and like I bring home lots of books about dogs. So maybe I might take care of animals or something like that.
That's very cool. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today. It's a pleasure.
Bye.
She is not impressed by much.
She's like, I don't know. She's very quiet at first, and then she just, when she gets going, it's like she says mostly before every single thing she says. Mostly. And I have no idea where she got that from.
I love, I don't remember what word it was, but
I hope I did her justice. Oh man.
No, I think she'll be proud. My son used to say "becept."
Oh, becept, yeah.
Accept.
I feel like she says something instead of accept too, and it's close to that.
Yeah, becept, and he probably said it. He's 12 or almost 12. He probably said it till he's about 10. Because
it's just like second nature though.
No, here's the thing. I refuse to correct him. We refuse to correct him because it is so cute. Like I was like, I'm not gonna tell him. I'm not gonna tell him. And he was not happy. He was not happy when he found out. He found out that Becept was not an actual word.
It's not a word.
And he was like, Mom.
She says disgust. That's what she says.
Oh, disgust.
Why
Why
that's
with
so
the B's?
disgusting. I don't know. It must be like, I think like my preschool teacher stuff should say that it's something about your speech and pattern and development or something.
It's freaking cute, so I don't care.
I know.
I'm not gonna correct you if you say becept or disgusting because it's adorable. If you're like 15 and saying it, then that's a problem. Right. But we might have to get that checked out. But before
we're just saying we want to help you out with that.
I remember. Oh my God, this reminds me. My husband's gonna. I remember this, but we had a friend that had a kid, and he was like in junior high. Like he was in junior high, and we went trick-or-treating on Halloween, and we're driving around. They had like a little golf cart, and we're driving around in the golf cart, and I was like, oh, what snacks did you get? Whatever. And he's like, I got Doritos. And I was like,
Dorito. What'd you get?
Did you just say Doritos? Like,
yeah.
You're 14. What?
Why didn't they have that out?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
And it makes you kind of be like, huh. I mean, I had a lazy tongue or some kind of soft S, you know. And I even had people be like, you need to watch that because if you ever go into radio or voiceover or something, like you have to really, I have to focus.
What is a soft S?
Or it's like I have it's really my teeth. It's the way my teeth are. Those of you who are listening, I have a large overbite. And so my tongue I'll be talking so fast that I just get tired, I guess, or lazy
Your
tongue.
Tongue is lazy.
It's lazy. And so it will hit, instead of going where it should, it will hit right between where my overbite meets my bottom teeth.
I see.
And so I have like a very, like a slithering S or something. Let me say as many S's as I can right now. Something. But if I really concentrate, I sound so old timey. I don't even know where your S is like so sunny, you know. But I can't say. You sound like something out of like the 30s or 40s. But I don't have any more money for orthodontia for myself. So too bad.
No, that's right. So the Invisalign comment about moms reminded me of this video that I saw yesterday on Facebook of this mom talking about how the moms at her kids' bus stop, like they all like live in a cul-de-sac or some sort of suburbia. Did you see that?
Yes.
And she's like, look at her. She looks so fancy in her tennis outfit. By the way, Nicole, I want you to be on my show because I already asked her because I was like, you're hilarious.
Will she? Is she coming on your show?
I don't know. She's busy, whatever. But I'm gonna get her. But anyways, she was talking about.
She's gotta come on your show.
She'd be so funny, right? For those who haven't seen it, it's basically a mom recording herself peeking out the window, watching the other moms spying, like creeping through the window, the blinds.
She's like staking it out, but she's also hiding. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Hiding from the other moms who are walking their kids to the bus stop and walking their kids from the bus stop. And just the attire that they wear. And
it's intimidating.
And she's saying that it's intimidating. It's exhausting. She's not about that life. And I feel her. Like she said,
like, I'm going to write a check. Isn't that what she said? I'm going to write a check.
Yes.
I'm not.
Yes. That's the kind of mom I am. I write a check.
And that's totally fine.
Okay. So do you drop your kids off or do they take a bus?
They take a bus. A bus.
And what do you look like?
It's at the corner.
When they get the bus?
I have looked every kind of way, I feel like. Now I probably look better now than I do because I'm going somewhere right after the bus.
Right. So yeah, you can't. Yeah. Okay.
So I look like as normal as can be.
So when you were staying home, like when you were there going to school and then you were getting back home, what does that look like?
Let's see. I always had, I feel like I wear the same thing. People are probably like, does she change her clothes? Because I do wear like the same, I have two of a favorite cardigan. I love cardigans. I love shawl necks. So I always will wear something like that. Usually I'm wearing some kind of like message tee, jeans or jeans or leggings, I guess.
And you wear jeans at home? Like when you don't have to go anywhere, you wear jeans?
I do. I love jeans.
That's too much for me.
It depends. I'm wearing jeans right now. But yeah,
and I'm wearing sweatpants right now.
I wear jeans a lot. I didn't always. I have a very favorite pair of cotton linen blend, more cotton than linen, from Old Navy that were like, do you remember those? They're not yoga pants. It has a yoga band, but it was like a regular pant. They're like very wide leg all the way down.
Yes.
Favorite pants ever, but I like have holes in, like, now they're holy.
Oh.
They're and I'm sad, but I won't get rid of them. I can't do it. Except for I'm a big purger. I get rid of stuff.
Oh, me too.
Isn't it
such a good feeling?
Yeah.
It's such a cleansing. Like, I'm actually looking forward to moving because I'm like,
purge. You'll purge when you move.
I'm like, I told the kids, I was like, listen, if you haven't touched it in a year, you're not taking it with you. We are not taking this little dinky toy that you like got in some, I don't even know, like Chuck E. Cheese. Oh my gosh,
I am like this is making me realize like that I'm like, I might be a bus stop mom more than the hiding mom.
Oh, wow.
But I don't, I think, well, because like, I'm like, oh, like if I can bring a coffee to the bus stop, I totally will. I do actually care what I look like at the bus stop. That could lend itself to like my area. Like I didn't know moving here. I didn't know what it was going to be like. I was like, I need to be on top of the mom game because I don't know what circles I'm going to come across. And where I live, everybody truly does know everybody. All the circles touch, like the damn Olympic rings, like for real. It's insane. And anyone can see you at any time. And I don't know that anybody really, really cares. So a lot of it is probably self-imposed.
Right. It's
or like, you know, Facebook imposed. It's Instagram imposed.
It is Instagram imposed.
But then I'm afraid like people are like, oh, she's really tired. Like, oh, she had too many glasses of wine last night.
Right. Or that's what she really looks like.
Right. Right.
She's not all done up.
Right. Like and my preschool kids will let me know if I show up for preschool and like I'm wearing my glasses or like I don't have eye makeup on. They're like, you look different.
That's code for you look really tired.
Yeah, right.
Momish.
Which is code for you look like shit to everyone else. Like when people are like, are you tired? I want to be like, you're an asshole.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
Yes, I am tired. Why would I not be tired?
Right.
Like, of course I'm tired.
Thanks for pointing it out.
Yeah. Or I just want to say, are you? Duh. Like my kids.
Duh.
Duh. The play date thing is weird too, though, from when we were kids too. We used to just like play with people, and now it has to be like a mom date plus a play date plus a weird thing that you arrange.
Nope. Here's my issue with this. There are parents that I love, and their kids are dicks. Okay.
Yes, I've had that too.
There are kids that I love, but their parents are dicks. So when you find a parent and a kid that are both cool and they get along with your kid, because sometimes like a kid wants to play with your kid, but your kid doesn't want to play with them. There is a science to making this whole play date thing work, and it can't work with everybody. Like you can't just have a play date with any old person. It doesn't work. No, I don't want to really sit there and talk to you for an hour and a half while our kids play.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, what happened to can they just come over and let's not, and like, I'll try my very best to return the favor, but let's not keep a tally.
Yes.
Please. Kind of a thing. Because I'm also like, you know, I don't know, can you really pay attention? Not really. It depends. There's too many dynamics. There's too many factors.
There are too many factors. You're right.
Or too many variables. Whatever. I'm not a math person. But the thing is, I just don't, you know, I just don't like the whole play date. My kids ask for play dates all the time. I'm like, we don't need play dates. I have 3 of you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I have 4 children. So y'all can play together. I don't
play together. If you want to ask somebody from up the street, or like ride your bike up and down the street, like, and find some people for a little bit and play. Like you don't even have to be inside.
Right.
Why do you have to watch Pokemon together?
Right.
I don't have snacks for the whole neighborhood.
Oh, right.
Then I feel like I am my mom. I don't have snacks for the whole neighborhood. and these are the snacks that are for when friends are here. Those are the snacks for school. Snacks. We're not giving popsicles to the whole neighborhood.
Well, thank you, Jeanette, so much for being my guest today. It's been so much fun.
It was a pleasure.
To know you.
Yes. Oh my gosh, there goes that dog on the interview.
Just next time, please leave your dog at home.
I know. She's going to puppy school next, right? That's it.
Well, thank you, Jeanette, so much for coming on, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
If you like this episode and want to hear more tales of making stuff up as we go, please subscribe to our show, give us a rating, and drop us a review. Thanks so much for listening to Parenting on the Fly.